If you've been paying attention to the Phoenix rental market, you've probably noticed this weird divide. Half the investors online are saying their STR is crushing it, and the other half are saying they can't get weekday bookings to save their life. And if you're somewhere in the middle, you're not alone. A lot of owners feel like they're doing the right things, but the results still feel inconsistent. Here's what I want to walk you through today. The investors who are winning right now in Phoenix aren't choosing short-term or mid-term. They're choosing both. They're intentionally blending models based on seasonality. Neighborhood behavior, and guest psychology. And that hybrid approach is giving them something most rentals don't offer anymore: stability and upside in the same property. Phoenix is a unique market. We're not a beach town and we're not a ski town. Our travel season doesn't behave like traditional tourism markets. Most of the country gets busier in summer. Phoenix does the opposite. Winter is our peak. Spring is our peak. And then the temperature rises and leisure travel falls off of a cliff. People just don't book vacations here in July. But while tourism dips, something else happens that most STR owners never talk about. Midterm demand explodes. Nurses rotate in, corporate relocations pick up, families find themselves in between homes. Insurance placements spike from summer storms. People still need housing. They're just not looking for a 3-night stay and a pool float. This is the part most investors misunderstand. They think STR is either good or bad. They think the market is either saturated or not saturated. They think they have to be an Airbnb person or a midterm person. But that's not how Phoenix works. Phoenix is a city that has a completely different guest profile depending on the month. So instead of fighting the shifts or feeling confused when the calendar stops behaving, hybrid investors adapt to the rhythm of the valley. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're running your STR in January. It's sunny, it's perfect outside. You've got events every weekend. You're booked without trying. Guests are happy to pay premium nightly rates because they want to be here this time of year. That's STR at its best. Now, imagine it's May, it's getting hot, the spring break crowds are gone, the golf groups are gone, weekend travelers thin out, your calendar looks like tumbleweeds. And this is where most STR owners panic. They slash their prices. They drop minimum number of nights. They take any booking they can get. But a hybrid investor doesn't do any of that. Instead, they pivot the home into a 30, 60, or 90-day rental and let a nurse, a relocating family, or a corporate traveler fill the entire summer in one booking. No discounts, no daily pricing battles, no constant guest messaging, and it's not complicated. It's just a different strategy for a different season. What hybrid really does is remove all the emotional roller coaster from owning a furnished rental. You're not waking up every morning wondering what the market is going to do. You're not stressing out because July looks empty. You don't feel like you're constantly reacting. You're operating on a calendar that already matches Phoenix demand. And this is especially important in the neighborhoods where most investors buy: Chandler, Gilbert, Queen Creek, North Phoenix, Mesa, Peoria. These areas aren't reliant on weekend tourism. They're built around hospitals, corporate campuses, master plan communities, and families in transition. You absolutely can pull strong STR revenue from them in the right months, but they don't want to be STRs all year. That's the key. Hybrid isn't a reaction. Hybrid is an alignment. And here's the part that surprises people. When you run hybrid well, you usually make more money with less effort than someone trying to force STR for 12 straight months. High season STR gives you your big revenue pops. Off-season MTR gives you your stability and occupancy. You're not giving anything up. You're optimizing for both. This is also the strategy that insulates you during economic uncertainty. If leisure travel softens, your winter STRs still perform. If the job market shifts, your MTRs still perform. If interest rates rise, your long-stay guests are still arriving. Hybrid diversifies your demand sources, and diversification is the foundation of a resilient rental portfolio. Now let's talk about the operational side for a second, because this is another reason hybrid is becoming so popular. Running STRs all year long is a lot of work. It's constant, it's hands-on, and the truth is, most investors didn't get into real estate to manage a hospitality business. Hybrid gives you the best STR months, and then it hands you a break. Fewer turnovers, fewer messages, less noise. You get your life back in the season when STR is more stressful anyways. And if you're really smart, you'll hire somebody like me to manage this for you all year long. Now, how do you know if your property is a good hybrid candidate? There are a few clues. If you get seasonal STR spikes, big winter weekends, strong February-March performance, or big event bookings, that's an STR signal. But if your weekdays fall flat in the summer, if you're surrounded by hospitals or employers, or if guests keep asking about monthly stays, that's an MTR signal. A hybrid property shows both patterns. It acts like an STR in the winter and an MTR in the summer. And the best part is that it's not a guessing game. Phoenix is consistent. The seasonal shift happens every year. The guest mix shifts every year. The hybrid model simply works with the pattern instead of against it. So here's what I want you to take away from all this. STRs are not dead in Phoenix. They're just no longer the whole story. The investors who do best here understand that Phoenix is a city with two identities, a winter STR market and a year-round MTR market. And when you blend the two instead of choosing one, your property performance becomes smoother, stronger, and far more predictable. If you want me to look at your address and tell you whether your property should run STR, MTR, or hybrid, or if you want help finding a home that performs well in all three scenarios, just text me or DM me. I'll look at your neighborhood, your guest mix, and your goals, and I'll tell you exactly how to run the model that makes the most sense for your property. You don't have to figure this out alone. Just reach out and I'll walk you through it. And remember, you also don't have to be the hospitality manager. I am here to help you with that as well.